How are y'all doing today? I just got something popped up. Um, how are y'all doing? Okay, so look, y'all, this is what I wanted to share with you today. And I'm up early because although it's going to be in the 80s, it's going to be cloudy. And so I'm up because you all know I shared with you that I had to start going back in the office. And so I really have to just be more aware of my time. And so today I was like, this is one task I really don't want to do, but I'm putting it off for quite a while. But I also wanted to share with y'all some things that I'm going to be harvesting. If you've been following us kind of this week, we've been coming. And good morning, Shirley. How are you? We've just been coming out and flipping the beds. But I'm like, since today is a day that I got to be very mindful of my time, I'm going to work on the one thing that I really don't want to do, but I'm also going to share with you some things that I'm going to harvest today. So I looked out yesterday when I got here and I noticed that my deal is starting to flower. Now the butterflies will love them, but y'all know I really wanted to grow deal for cucumbers and pickles. But um, however, I knew that since I planted my cucumbers late, they probably would not make it. So we're just still gonna harvest these. We're gonna dry the deal. I got some more deal as well that's growing in the garden. A couple of other things in the herb garden that I'm going to harvest. Maybe not today, but I'm going to do it in the next couple of days because we're here in Georgia. We're in zone 8A now, and a lot of things like dill, things like parsley, they like a little bit cooler weather. And so now we're getting like consistent temperatures where it's like 80 pushing into 90s. But y'all know I like to harvest like after the dew has dried. So I don't like to harvest at this time in the morning because, you know, the plants are still a little wet. And I also wanted to show y'all the borage that we planted from seed. This is starting to flower. If you like a little cucumber taste in your salad, I would highly suggest the borage. But let me get around here. I'm being slow, y'all, because, you know, I always got to look around corners and stuff like that. But the parsley is another one that we're going to harvest. And what I do is I just harvest the parsley. We'll let it hang to dry in the basement. I don't think when I'm not using the dehydrator or when I don't have a lot of things to harvest, then I will just like cut them, maybe bundle them for the parsley, maybe bundle them in stems of about 5 to 9. And then I'll put a rubber band around it and I'll hang it up. I have these hooks, like these herb hooks that I use. So we'll get those harvested as well. The calendula flowers, we've been harvesting them all weekend. What I love about the calendula is like when probably between like 12, between 10 and 2, the flowers will open up. And that's when I normally harvest them. And then like in the evening time, it will close. Um, and we've been harvesting that. A lot of people have been asking me about when our herbs are going to start going back online, and I would just probably say probably within the next 2 to 4 weeks, but I'll make sure that I either do like a community post or I'll do like a short video because some of the first herbs we're going to have and edible flowers are the calendula. Y'all look it up. Calendula is a great powerhouse. Um, a great powerhouse. I actually put some in my tea the other night, but I also use it as salve. I was looking at Chris. I don't know. He got bit by something yesterday. I will say his skin is really sensitive, and I wish I had shared with y'all the last little tin. So I made the calendula salve, but it's like in a little tin, and so yeah. So I'll have to make him some more. Another thing we're going to be harvesting is the lemon verbena. That's one that's been we've been getting asked about. And I don't think this was starting to bloom, y'all. But look at here, our bee balm is starting to bloom. We got different colors in here, but this fall probably I'm gonna divide these up. Uh, but I know the bees and the hummingbirds, they're gonna love them. These are a little bit taller. They're gonna bloom probably in the next couple of weeks, but I'm seeing everything get set up. But let me share with you what I'm gonna do this morning, y'all. I promise I won't be long because it seems like the things that I really don't want to do in the garden, I just start playing around and like, oh, let me do this, let me do that. But I'm like, you need to get this done because this grass is growing up. And so I'm gonna walk over here to the rose garden. If y'all remember, see, I like to show y'all because these are things that really happen in the garden. Like I had a whole task list of what I was gonna do each day, how long I was going to do it, and I have literally I've been playing around. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you, but I'm like, you got to take at least a couple of hours because I think that's how long it's going to take. We just got this passion fruit this year, y'all, and we're already getting passion fruit. You see how I just got off track? Okay, but look, we got to work on this side of this rose garden. Now, where did this cardboard come from? So you all know I shared with you, we got this done, but I still needed to plant some roses, and I was so thankful. Yesterday we got some rain and we really needed it because I came home Friday after work and I was just exhausted. Y'all, I was so exhausted, but I did make myself come out for 2 hours and work in the garden. That's when I was flipping beds. Saturday we actually went to a comedy show that he purchased the tickets like a couple months ago. So I really couldn't do a whole lot. And so I was just like, I need to run, I need to water. It was just so much I needed to do. But I was so thankful to see that rain. Like I need to deadhead this area right here. But today I'm going to get the weed eater and I'm going to do this side. So if you remember, we only